Hello everyone and welcome to the DevScope channel. Join me today for the second part of mastering Power BI Desktop's developer mode. In the second video, we are going to take a look on how to integrate Git with Fabric and also the end-to-end interactions from the local repo all the way to the workspace and vice versa. So let's head over to Power BI Service. And as you can see, I've already created a premium workspace, and that is important because if you don't have a premium workspace, you're not able to integrate Git. So after you have created your premium workspace, you can then head over to the workspace settings. From here you select Git integration, and you just have to fill in these boxes. In this case, my organization is this one, then the project, Power BI project demo, Git repo, and then finally the branch. You also have this last option, Git folder, that would be useful, for example, if you had these two folders in a separate one. In this case, we don't have any folder with these two, so we don't need to put anything over here on this Git folder option. From here, just click Connect and Sync. And this will take just a few seconds to sync the content from the Azure DevOps repo to the premium workspace. Okay, here we have it. Now I'm just going to put the credentials for the dataset real quick. So I've already set the dataset credentials and refreshed the dataset. Now let's take a look at the report here on Power BI service. As you can see, it's exactly the same as on our remote Git host, in this case Azure DevOps. Now let's take a look on how the changes on the local repo reflect all the way up to the workspace. So let's open the PBIP file. I already have it opened, and let's add a new filter. In this case we have the products we have added in the last video, and now let's add a new filter, and in this case will be for segment. So from here we can just drag segment and we have the new filter. Now we just have to save the PBIP file. Okay, we can close it, we no longer need it, and go over to Visual Studio Code. From here we have some changes detected. We have some changes detected over here on the model.bim file, but these are regarding the Power BI version, so don't mind these changes, are just some minor changes. And on the report.json, that's where our main changes are, because we have added a new segment filter. From here we can commit these changes. In this case we're going to say that we have added the segment filter, and we can stage and commit these changes directly. Okay, we have committed, and now we have to sync those changes with our Azure DevOps repo. Only a few seconds and it's done. So now going to our Azure DevOps repo, we can see that we just have to refresh the page. We can see that the changes are in fact over here, this new commit, the added segment filter. You can also check all the commits in this option here at your left on the commits option, and you can take a look at all the commits done in this repo, and you can even, for example, select the commit and see the actual differences over here. But moving on, let's now go over to Power BI service, and in this case to the workspace. And as you can see, it has detected that it is necessary some updates on the dataset, because in this case because of the modification on the version, and also on the sales analysis report. That's where our main changes are. And we can see that in this new column, that is the Git status. We also have the source control option here, and we have two notifications, and basically we have two updates to be done, in this case again to the dataset and report, and we also have this little icon here that says that they have been modified. From here we just have to select Update All, and as you can see now the content is once again synced with Azure DevOps repo, and if we open the report again we'll be able to see the new segment filter. Now let's do it the other way around. Let's do some changes on the workspace and see them reflected all the way to our local repository. So from here we're going to click Edit, and in this case, as you can see, I still have the test page over here and we no longer need it, so we're going to delete it. So over here, delete this page, and we're done. So we can save the report, and if we go back to the workspace, we're now going to see a new status. And as you can see, the sales analysis report now it has the uncommitted status because we have done some changes here on the workspace and we haven't committed them yet to the Azure DevOps repo. So to commit these changes, we go over to the source control menu, and now we can see over here all the changes done. In this case, there was only one in the sales analysis report. We select it, and then we just have to add a commit message. In this case, we have deleted the test page, and from here we can commit to the repo. Now it's synced once again, and if we go over to the Azure DevOps repo, we can see that the commit is indeed over here, deleted test page. Now let's go to our local repo. If we open Visual Studio, you can see that for now that information isn't here yet. We just have to refresh it. To do so, we're going to the top right corner where we see this little cloud icon that says Fetch from Remotes. We're going to press, and then it's going to gather information from the remote branches. And as you can see, we have the deleted test page over here, and we have to sync this new change with our local repository. Just press OK. And now we're only thing left to do is to open the PBIP file on our local machine. Okay. So this will pop up a window saying that there are differences in the report layout and this might not be compatible, but don't worry, just have to close the window and the file will open anyway with our modifications. Okay, and as you can see, we no longer have the test page also on our local repository. As you can see, this is the main advantage of having Git integrated with this new feature of Power BI. You can track all the changes done on your local Power BI project files and also the changes done in the workspace. That is something you could not do previously, specifically in the workspace. And added to that, you can have all of the content from the workspace and the local repo synced, as long as they are synced with your remote Git host Azure DevOps. That is all for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe and stay tuned for future videos.